What is up, Windraiser Nation, and welcome back to another NCL Season 7 Digest video. I'm joined today by my beautiful but sick co-host, Mystery CD.
What the fuck is up, party people? My name is Mystery. I am sick, but I am here because I love NCL Nation, and I know you love me, so I wouldn't miss it for the world.
And also today we have our next guest for Week 2, the Wolfpack member himself and rain lover, Tristen.
What's up? Well, Wolfpack is here. We the realist. Everybody's a little sick, but it's okay.
Anyways, so I'm not going to go over the standings just yet. You can see them real quick. I have up on the screen. However, we're going to go a little bit of rewind because we have a certain genres game to go over that we couldn't catch last time. So we're going to start off with the end of Week 1. I'm sharing for Mystery and Tristen, so.
Yep, we got Theo Buster. He played Okami in Okami's first ever draft. This isn't even like Battle Hunts, who didn't play, who played like Instagram leagues and stuff. This is like Okami's first ever draft battle, like, with a bullet, nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't really play competitive like on Showdown either. I know Alex does.
So yeah, I kind of went into this expecting Theo to crush, and as we will see shortly, it's kind of what happens. James, what did you think looking at the matchup?
Well, looking at it, obviously Okami's first three are really good. I thought maybe I didn't know that this was Okami's like first ever game. I thought he had like something because he's friends with Taylor. So, but yeah, it definitely looked like his first ever game. And then just looking at the first three right here, the Sneasler especially looked really good into the team. Obviously, Claude is there. He'd have to break that, which we will find out shortly is what happened. The Claude just kind of sat here, but I'll just get started.
Yeah, Pult looked really good into this matchup. I don't really think I got to do what it wanted to, unfortunately.
I think if Okami could have kept webs up, if Okami could have kept rocks up and chipped the Claude down like over and over again, the Sneezer could have had a chance. But then immediately it comes out just like turn 5 is never going to break the Claude at that point.
Yeah.
I did 19. That's crazy.
I don't know if I thought Okami said something in the chat about the Claude at some point. Maybe that's not on there.
He couldn't break it.
He didn't realize, I don't think, that it was unaware because he started just SDing up on it. Also, just letting Gliscor die, not good. You have a Heatran, you just got to go to it. You don't have another swap in really. I guess like Latias would lose, but your Life Orb offensive. So, yeah, just a tough game. Really not like a ton to say. Theo, I think played all right. I mean, I don't think he played like inoffensive or anything. It just
this is what it was. He just kept SDing in front of it.
Yeah. This is what I was talking about. He didn't realize he was unaware. So.
Yeah, I think he just thought it was fat as fuck. And then this is when he said, "Yeah, Jesus Christ."
And then this Latias is fucking blind. Missed 2 Draco Meteors.
That was definitely tough. We got the swap right this time. Heatran coming in.
Yep. And then takes a liquidation.
Yep.
Yeah. Just I don't know. I don't think there's a ton of. And then he like brings in the Palafin, stays in the Jet like.
To be fair, the Araquanid swap-ins on this team are not the best.
That's true, but he also then told me and Taylor that he thought Jet Punch was flip turn.
He said it too, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's unfortunate.
So, yeah, just, Theo's one of the better battlers in D2, so I wouldn't, kill Okami for this. It's a learning experience. I'm looking forward to see what they do versus Monster this week, because, spoiler, that game hasn't happened yet.
I mean, I think they definitely recognized a good chunk of their mistakes, so...
Yeah. And then I think Pult just kind of cleans the game from here.
I think it does get all the kills. You Shadow Ball Hex? Whoa.
He was, double Ghost Spell Tag.
Not a bad set versus this no normal team. I like it.
And the Dark is Absol. As much as I love Absol, I gotta keep it real. Ooh, Zatachi.
The AV sucker.
Where's the Jet Punch? Ultra crit.
Sure.
And yeah, that's the game.
Well, Okami got a kill, so you know.
Mm-hmm. If Latias doesn't miss Draco's, it maybe could have gotten more, but you know, Iron Valiant also never hit the field. So yeah, tough loss, but hopefully it's a learning experience. I know him and Taylor sat in the call for a while and really like dissected the game and built a team together. So hopefully going forward, it's a better performance.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Sure.
There's a lot of potential.
Anyways, let's just move straight on to
Another Theo.
Week 2. And we're gonna go straight into Theo's second game that he actually played on time. So
these teams are really good.
Yeah, looking at it, like I see these two as like two of the better like top half coaches. So this was definitely a game I was interested in watching. I wanted to see how Theo would react to really good offense. As you can see, Chenpao, Lop, and Iron Moth, and Hydreigon. Like that's really good. I thought Theo played really well in this game, honestly. Like, I think he got one big crit with a Araquanid, but other than that, it was I think what's their name? Koinu got one crit as well with Iron Moth. So pretty even game for the most part.
I will say, going into this, just on matchup preview, Chenpao looks really good, especially if you can break Scizor, get a little bit chip with hazards and stuff. I guess the only hazard sitter is fucking Hydreigon right now, but still.
Really?
But Chenpao and Iron Moth into this team looks really, really good, especially since it's Terra. So.
Yeah, it is a bulkier team. So.
This Chenpao was Adamant Boots, and I really wish it was. I understand being Boots because of Lebs and stuff, and like Theo's got good rockers, but I kind of wish it could have just been Adamant Band to Tuco like Scizor with Crunch, because really that's been
Scizor with Crunch.
It Tuco's.
That's insane.
That's kind of been Koinu's problem to start the season, is just being really passive, which we talked about in both the match discussions for week 1 and 2. Just have to be more aggressive, especially with Pokemon like Chenpao.
So strong. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
get him in.
Like Koinu just wants to
look
swap
at the
between
team
Sylveon and Corvo.
Like, there's no crunch swapping. Like, once it comes in, you can just press it.
He had to, he just didn't have anything besides Scizor. He really just needed to pray it was Boots, and ended up being that. And that really helped Theo.
Being
Araquanid.
Yeah, I really wish that
Iron Valiant that didn't come is really tough. Yeah.
Really needed to make more prediction. It's not like necessarily the worst thing in the world that he wants to play more passively, but he's got to make more educated plays when he gets his offense in if he doesn't want to keep falling behind, because it's just not going to help him keep up. Like the Scizor would have been in range of like a crit crunch, or like maybe it could have gotten the defense drop on like a higher roll if he just went for that instead of Icicle Crash.
Good Terra here as well by Theo.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have he had 2 Terra options on this team with Mesprit and Arac, so I'm glad that he snuffed it out and waited till a good spot to actually Terra.
Why did he go hard chin?
Yeah, hard chin. Koinu said in match discussion it was trying to catch a double into Claude, I believe. So yeah, it's alright, but pretty aggressive play.
Scizor is dismantling this team right now.
I really like the webs by Theo. Like, obviously this is what Iraq does, but like it forced Corviknight every single time that it came in to defog, which let like Rotom Heat come in, which let like it really like let him get into the mons he needed to get into and force Corv to do things and not let him U-turn into his offense.
See, if it was me on this team, I really wish Hydreigon would have been either like a rock support kind of mon, or bring Mudsdale with rock, like just bring a rocker in that slot and then make Sylveon specs, because or even like Life Orb or something, like just an offensive Sylveon, because Claude's always coming on you. You can run Psyshock. That crit did matter, by the way. And yeah, like
a calm mindset would have been really cool.
That even too. Like I just think I don't like the 2 attacks here because like you can't cover Hyper Voice, Mystical Fire, and Psyshock with just 2 attacks, obviously. So like you need those 3. Running Calm Mind 3 attacks would be really fun, even like maybe Leftovers or Citrus Berry, whatever you want to do. I think like there was just more options than the like kind of basic defensive Sylve that ended up coming. Look at this fucking
That's entertaining.
Quad there, yeah, he's going crazy. Muddy Buddy
He is the Muddy Buddy.
Easy poison.
finally gets the poison. Only took like 4 jabs.
And the recovers are gone.
True.
Oh,
Missed another
so-
fucking
Damn.
overheat.
This Rotom needs to step it
Oh my
up.
Dude,
God, that just killed.
My Rotom in all of Season 3 didn't miss a single overheat, and his has already missed 3.
Well, Theo wins a very
Very commanding game.
yeah, very commanding 5.
He really did not fall behind one time.
The only thing he lost was Dragapult, and it was on a crit. That Iron
Mhm.
Moth would have died. Like,
Yeah. That would have been game too if Moth died. It was just
Yeah.
over. Sizzler just
So-
wins.
I think this was more impressive of a win for Theo than his week 1 over Okami, considering it's like, player and
Well,
circumstance.
absolutely.
However, I think if Koinu's build is a bit better, like if this was a rematch, I think offensive Sylveon, I think like leaning more into the offense and then kind of designating like a specific like rock setter for your team. Because like I don't like this build put no pressure on Theo at all, like the whole
Yeah.
game. He was able to really just sit back and like kind of let the game come to him.
Also, I agree completely too. I think like if you brought like a support Hydreigon, and then honestly too, the opening really didn't do anything much for you, especially when there's a Scizor and a Mesprit, a Terra Mesprit that was Rocky Helmet. It was really hard for like Lopunny to get anything going and to like facilitate into the other offense as well. So maybe some more with that, but
I would have liked to see like Rocky Helmet or something on Corviknight. If you're gonna bring Lopunny, bring the coverage on it, and then help to chip these big walls that are just gonna pivot on you every single time. I think that would help a lot more.
mhm. And even if you knock the Scizor, you force it to roost and get into like Iron Moth and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like this, there was just never pressure on Scizor, like ever. The only time is if Chinpao crunched, he would have to roost. But like Corv never forced roost. Just the whole team. It was, he was just able to freely turn around and
Because Moth could never come in on those webs.
see like real one like me is not losing to Scizor with this type of matchup. I'm running Fire Punch Lop. I'm running Banded Chinpao. I'm running Iron Defense Body Press. I'm running Specs Hyper Voice Mystical Fire. Like your ass is not switching into this fucking Scizor. So Koinu, I would say try to designate your rules a little bit better instead of just like building what you think the best 6 Pokemon are. Really try to figure out like what each Pokemon is doing for the team, like in this matchup. And maybe you need to mock with people and like try to figure that out. But that's just a suggestion I have.
Throwing this out there for all the D2 players and even D1 players too. Like I'm not like quote unquote free a lot, but I like mocking and stuff. And if you need help, just like DM me, DM Mystery. He gets a lot of DMs anyways. Blow up his phone. I don't care.
Funnily enough, as you said that, I just got a DM from someone about a draft league matchup, so it's
the milkman.
unsurprising.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyways, all of us in the mod team are available to help. Tristan's here too. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you shot him a message, been like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And so.
Absolutely. Some people have before. I'm definitely into it.
All right. Anyways, moving on. We got to the game that was played this morning, which was really nice because it closed out. Didn't technically.
It's
Monster vs.
Vanillux.
Okami. Vanillux is here and it did some stuff. But I'm just gonna put this game on.
Staraptor versus Vanillux is like the Hitler versus Stalin meme. It's back.
Yeah,
This
this game was
Staraptor's definitely a member of the Third Reich.
Very, very hacksy game. Also, what the fuck is that T-Bolt play? It was a ground type. What if the Meow just spiked again?
If he just knocks you off, or what if he's like pads?
I don't know. I think Rose got super lucky this game. I cannot believe. Like, I left the game because I thought like Sky just didn't have a chance anymore. It was like constant paras and just everything going against Sky. It still somehow won. So, spoiler alert. But yeah, here we go. Well, there's the two.
One.
No.
There's two.
There's the
three.
third.
No.
Brutal, fucking brutal.
And then watch, misses the
Man.
toxic right after.
Man, I would have quit.
And then
If this was
swaps the fucking ice cream in on the Arcanine, and then
Frozen
freezes the
again.
fucking.
Oh my god! Leave her alone.
It would not stop. This ice cream did not care. The whole team did not care. But you might want to put this on Hyperfast because this game lasts like 75 turns.
Okay. I didn't
The
watch
majority, yeah, it's a pretty long game. Sky did a good job with Arcanine keeping it healthy for the Ceruledge.
Yeah.
Really good Toxic Roar bring. I really like this set. I thought this was a really good bring for Tinglu Screamtail team. Arcanine was also good just like for Vanillux. Like I said, Ceruledge, he was an okay Kieran Black.
Yeah, Arcanine was just really good versus this team in general.
Yeah, very
Ceruledge
solid
and
bring.
KB both.
I hated this play from Sky. The U-turn.
Yeah.
It just no reason to make that. Like you're already being on low. There's no reason to risk it. But ended up not really mattering. Like Staraptor still kind of put in the work.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, he kind of does some stuff. Also, this Ceruledge did fucking 0. that was
Arcanine,
plus
the
3. But yeah, really good job just keeping this thing healthy throughout the entire game, phasing everybody around.
Yeah, phasing.
Can't believe it. Roasted in there.
This Latios
On the
did
potential
nothing. He got
toxic.
frozen and sacked.
And it's 2 games now. It's gotten frozen. Steph with the
Oh my
the
god, the
ice punch.
confused.
Oh, easy.
It never ends.
That's what I'm saying. Like this whole game, usually Sky's like
This might be the most raw hacks I've ever seen in a Pokemon battle.
Hey.
Oh no. Okay, I'm scared.
Like I've seen some pretty bad concentrated
aware.
instances.
She
where
set
it
up
just ends the
rock. She
game
did not
instantly,
care.
But
me versus Wagon was pretty tough. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's I'm just only able to think of my games. I'm sure there's probably been worse.
I had one last season. I don't remember who I played, but I just got completely shut out.
Was
by,
it
like 5 turns of hags?
Arc?
It was already a bad matchup. It was not Arc. No,
No, okay.
it was someone else.
Or no, that was season 4. I think he got lucky.
I don't think it was Robert.
Me versus Taylor was pretty bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Speak of that, yeah, that's
all of them. All of them were bad. All turns of both battles.
terrifying CC. Fucking
Woo!
That's pretty awesome.
I was so hyped. Look at Clef.
Holy shit.
But yeah,
That's
like
a cool
I thought it was
comeback.
over, and Sky really did a good job to stay composed and win this game. Like, you know, that's something I've gotten on Arc about. Is like as soon as he gets hacked, he just breaks. Yeah, I know, right? But he breaks down mentally so fast, and I think
Yeah.
Sky did a good job of like being mentally tough here, and like you gotta realize it's still winnable. You know, it's Arcanine's amazing here. Just keep going. You'll have a chance, and yeah, I honestly, this is the most impressive Sky game I've ever watched, and I mean that like wholeheartedly. Like considering everything, and I don't think the matchup was like perfect. I think, like I said, Arcanine was really good, but other than that, this wasn't like an amazing matchup. So good job to Sky. I'm really impressed. This was a good job.
Distribution too on Arcanine.
Yeah.
Look at all those. That's pretty awesome. Also, good to see my guy Big Star Raptor doing work.
The Raptor.
The Raptor. He needs to remake that.
I know Ava was popping off.
Hey, was going to see
She
that.
saw this game already.
I think we would have seen something in general by now if it was.
Anyways, now this game, I'm excited for this.
Another well played game from both sides. Although I thought Steph played really well this game.
Steph did play. There was a couple plays that could have been better.
These
Obviously.
teams are crazy.
The teams were looking like on preview. I was like, holy shit, yeah. I thought the same thing, Tristen. Like looking at it, I was like, holy shit, these teams are really good.
This is the reverse of the Hitler versus Stalin meme. This
These
is
are like the most Gen 7 teams that have like 6 non-Gen 7 Pokemon on them. Especially this Rain team.
This is MLK versus Gandhi. Let's watch.
But this was a very good game. Steph did an amazing job keeping Rain up this entire game.
I thought he did a great job keeping this Ferrothorn healthy as well.
Yeah, that's also.
This shit sat on the entire team. Why the fuck was this leftovers in this matchup? There's a Ferrothorn. Like, I don't understand why the fucking Skeletor's just leftovers here. And it ends up mattering. This shit takes like max layers, including like it was rocks and spikes at one point.
Steph was like that
sucks.
this was unfortunate. I don't know why he swapped there. That was a little weird. But...
Yeah, he could have just put up another spike. I guess. No, honestly, I don't really know. Also, why was Wicked Blow not? I guess Coco.
This Urshifu has never pressed Wicked Blow. I don't think I've seen a Wicked Blow this season from either drafted one. All I've seen is U-turn.
Tay's pulling the Tay Scizor with his Urshifu. No Roost. No Wicked Blow. No good moves.
We don't
This
need
is
these
when
moves.
this is when the Ferrothorn really starts to. It's got already 2 layers of spikes with Stealth Rocks, and the Scizor looks like
nothing.
It's not defog. And it took nothing, yeah, and then heals right back up on the Scizor.
How was this Scizor offensive?
No, it was like it was like CC defensive with helmet.
That's why are we running close combat then?
I would have rather just been like pads U-turn.
Yeah, or
Like,
just like max attack
Good,
close
yeah,
combat
even
would
though
have
you got
been would have been
burned, it was good
fine.
damage on Roto.
Yeah, he tried to like kind of meet in the middle, and I did like it.
I feel like offensive Scizor would have been amazing.
This
here
is what
too.
Mystery's talking about.
Look,
He
like,
so much, and then got
fucking-
leeched. The Ferrothorn gets back up to 78%, and then just swaps to Swampert, which is a good play here on the slack off.
I wish he would have just
Yeah.
went Pelly and defogged the. I guess he wanted to keep all of his hazards up, which makes sense. This T spike was so unfortunate. I like fucking Steph's team though. I really do. I think, and he played well this game. He's like, man, I need this health back. I'm not power whipping.
I always forget that Swampert has flip turn. Mega Swampert has flip turn too. I only think
And
about
then he
regular
comes
Swampert.
in again with Dirge to take all of this as he power whips.
Yeah,
Real one's leech here.
That's
all I'm saying.
I guess he's like I can always slack on the
Well, I thought
Ferrothorn,
this-
but like
this is
you just
fine.
let
This
everything
is-
on his team in for free.
And then this was.
What the hell?
He only took 40 from Surf, which was kind of crazy.
He's just committed to beating this Pelipper with Skeletor. She's like, I do not give a fuck. You will die. Well, so why is it Surf? Run
Yeah, I
Skull.
was gonna say, why did Steph have Sir?
Bro's got the offensive
Well,
Pelly.
and then
You got the Gen 9
this
Pelly.
crits, but we
Okay,
looked at
look,
it and it was
Okay,
like,
all right. Yeah, pause the game because Tay got all pissy about this. This did fucking like 65, and he's like, well, I could stall out Rain. Dude, you're risking the defense drop every turn, which is 20%, and the crit
and
chance.
just the crit, yeah.
And
And
Skeletors is
you
important
get rid of
because
all
he
of
has
your
a Ferrothorn.
slack-offs. Yeah.
I can't talk, Liz. I'm gonna fuck up my voice, but like, dude, I don't know. I mean, it was annoying, but I kind of think it was almost like you're asking for it in that spot. And you could chip down the Swampert with T spikes. I understand, I guess, a little bit, but I don't like
also
the play.
has flip turn that he can just go straight back into Pelly.
Yeah, he can just flip turn out and go into whoever go into the fucking walking wake. And then what are you doing? Because your ass is dying. All right, I don't care. He is choice specs in the rain. Your ass is fucking dying.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I just needed to get that out of the way. Also, fucking damn it, dude. I was like, dude, how does this not kill? And then the Trailblaze.
Trailblaze. Wow.
But then this demon comes out.
And then he dies.
I thought this was Scarf because of this play, and so
Why
I
does he have-
thought Steph won at the end, but it was Specs. I just still outsped.
What does he have
this is
Hydra
worse.
Steam?
Huh?
What does he have Hydra Steam?
Why wouldn't he?
Is it not 80, just 80 regular 80 base power water move? I guess Wake doesn't get Scald. That's fair.
Yeah. It's like the more consistent
didn't think
water
about
move. Like he probably has like Hydro.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he has Hydra too. I forgot it doesn't get Scald. Never mind. My bad.
Also, this is what sucked.
Yeah,
He
this
should have
play
just
was so
gone
bad.
Ferrothorn instead of just sacking
Tough.
Coco.
He keeps Coco, he wins this game, dude. It's like he had to keep it for Shifu.
Get that
He's like, I need this health back.
Yeah, you gotta stay alive.
You
Okay. Also, pause on this. I'm sorry. I if you go back one turn, I hated going Shifu here after this. Well, yeah, it's because like the turn just started. Right as this Enamours dies. So like, if this Walking Wake is Scarf, which he's like, I know it's Specs. He didn't know that. All he had saw was what Skeletors or
Hydro Steam.
All he saw was
was
something died of Hydro
6%
Steam.
Yeah. So also Steph went into it after it got a speed boost. All right, I thought it was Scarf because of that. I was like, okay, this is his Revenger. It's a Scarf. If he goes Urshifu here instead of like if he goes Naga, he gets a kill no matter what. Look at all the Pokemon on the other side. The Pelly's at like 30%, the Pharaoh's at like 10, and the Wake will die to a Draco. You get the speed boost and the game ends. All right. If you go Shifu, you don't get the chance to get the speed boost, and Walking Wake comes in and wins the game if it's Scarf. Mm-hmm. So this is a misplay. All right. He got bailed because it was Specs, but if this was Scarf, he lost the game right here. I just wanted to say that because, yeah, if Naga can't get the speed boost right here, then he's gonna lose. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah. Also, I need to let Cheeseball in, so you guys take this real quick. I'll be right back.
Got you.
Anyways, yeah.
Naga comes in. Yeah, gets a speed boost, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Tough. That was a close game.
Yeah, that was really good, but like exactly what Mystery says, it was a little scary, especially if this was Scarf. And like after Urshifu kills Ferrothorn, if it was Scarf, he just comes in and cleans at that point.
Yeah.
Because you have Rain for one more turn, you kill Naga, Urshifu comes in, you sack Pelly to get Rain back up, you come into Walking Wake and Hydro Steam more than likely. Yeah, I mean, after Rocks and Spikes, it shit kills. There's no way it doesn't.
I can kind of see Tay getting Specs from the team, like, comp, but at the same time, Steph could bring, like, Specs on Coco instead. Like, he doesn't have to bring Specs on Walking Wake for it to have, like, a diverse role on the team. So, I mean, especially since it gets outsped by Naga naturally, I would think that, you know, to just assume that it's choice Specs automatically is kind of just ignoring the like potential that Scarf has versus your team.
For sure. Anyways,
I agree.
We have another Glimpse game with versus Zai.
More stat padding attempts for this fraudulent, stupid ass bug. That's all it is. It's not. This is not a real Pokemon. This is in real time. This is like insider. This is insider trading. I'm telling you right now. That's what this fucking low kicks is.
Why did this Iron Treads take 75%?
Oh, is that the swapping?
He's got Will-O-Wisp.
Why did he swap?
What? He didn't want the Will-O-Wisp.
That's fair.
I guess. Wild Bolt Storm.
So I've never seen this move like hit and paralyze.
Yeah, I ran it
never
one
seen
time.
that move, period.
I ran it one time on my Fondue last season, missed instantly, so it was really cool.
Dude, if we would have known what we knew about the Genie moves before the draft started, dude, if Steph got like Terra Thunderous, oh my god.
It's in Showdown now too. They have it programmed.
I know.
He could go pick it up right now and
bro.
And then he brought a regular Diancie set and it worked.
Holy shit. And also
oh my god,
they said it didn't matter. But yeah, it actually it Mega Evolved. What a crazy concept using Mega Diancie when you have Mega Diancie. Wow. Just a crazy concept all the way around. Why the fuck?
Why did that kill? Oh my god.
That's Torn, man.
He take 26 from me.
Hey, look at face down, ass up. He's in.
Face down, ass up. There it was.
He's fucking. How much meat do you think King Gambit be packing? Look at this fraudulent. Look at this fraudulent.
It wasn't fucking tinted lens.
Yeah. Look at how much the health the King Gambit's at. Once again, it's at like fucking 30%. Yeah. Typical stat padding bullshit. This is such a fake Pokemon.
It didn't get a kill, Mr.
Oh my god, this game is already over.
No, he had the. It wasn't Cobra Cloak. It was clear.
No, I just meant it's only like 20 turns.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, this was a really
who hits
cool
2 scale shots.
I don't remember what he said it was originally for, but it really saved him. The fact that the fucking torrent icy winded him, it didn't
Damn,
lower
no
his
boots
speed.
either. That definitely
That's
helped.
really cool. And he gets 2 again.
That's tough.
But now it's time.
It's time
Everyone's
for the
favorite
king.
team.
Nope.
We got one.
And Glimpse tried to do the.
Oh, we got 2. It's over.
And yeah, the true dark type of Gen 9, not low kicks.
Zai's got that me in him.
True.
Anyways, good win by Zai coming back after, especially like the Mega DNC just was completely running house on his team. He didn't really look like he prepped much for it, like at all. There's no counter.
Probably because of last week.
And then just coming back from it and making this a game and actually winning was really, really awesome. The not tinted lens really sucked for Glimpse. I will say, like, I think Glimpse played well. I don't think
Was it
the
an
Iron
accident?
Treads was played well again, especially since it was lead rocks with booster energy. It was a little bit wonky, but I think it's just a learning curve from there as well. But I think overall, Glimpse played well.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, moving on. We have Battle Hunts versus
Woo! Tongue Sex is back.
Tunsex is back. Unfortunately,
I want to know. I want to know where this Tangrowth name comes from. It's my guy Pizza Sleeve.
I don't think you want to know, Tristen.
I like his names. I gotta say, you know what? If anything, if he doesn't win a game, you know what? His names are at least funny. So
Yeah.
Anyways, we get to see the Mega Manectric Tapu Bulu Knackle stack.
jump off the house.
House
Goodbye,
Club.
Linda.
And-
Oh,
Mr. Fishy.
Mr. Fishy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This one started pretty rough. I was praying for a jetpack here. I knew I was praying for too much. I was like, yeah, all right. And then look, but this thing went crazy. Despite taking 64 and getting frozen, this thing went crazy this game.
he
Also,
did somehow
doesn't-
pull something off.
Yeah, isn't I think Melm just fucking Okos
It
this
kills,
turn.
Yeah,
it's
he just-
insane. He literally just kills.
Punches a random out.
Goodbye.
That was crazy when I saw that. I knew it was special defensive, but still, I was like,
That was the
God
double
damn.
iron bash.
Yup, here we in.
Oh
We are
yeah, the
in.
fucking sub leech, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Missed the
and
stun.
Sun's
Oh
for
my
even though he's
God.
purifying salt. So
Yeah,
you can't,
I love the forgetfulness and the miss together. Really putting the hurt.
so he
on
doesn't even get
Alex.
to know. He doesn't learn. Pain. Look at Pizza Sleeve. He's going insane right now.
Somehow.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. Yep. Also, he's fucking +6, and that did nothing.
It's a knuckle stack and a tank road.
I was gonna say this is the
More.
physically defensive Pokemon.
And if you don't click sub right now, thank you.
That's what I was saying.
Alright, put
Run this bitch out of recovers. We win the 1v1. Yep.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
there's Rage.
Man, if he leached there, that's a good double back to Mackle stack though.
Oh my god. Stop healing him. Alright,
I
now
don't
we just
understand
need,
this.
you only needed like one para, dude. One more para.
He was so
No.
close, and of course he's res.
Pain.
We were
I
so
was-
close to salvation.
I was praying. He's just like, alright, this Rage Fist is gonna be 800 power.
Man,
Tongue
who said
sex.
back-to-back Rage Fists.
Tongue 6
Look
got the kill, easy.
Look at him go.
Yeah, I was
What-
surprised that Annihilate was not as much of a problem for Alex as I expected. That Tangrowth really did put in the finest.
Yeah.
He missed
And
the
then
Stone
missed
Edge. That
yeah,
was
missed Stone Edge. Brutal.
the way he did the next turn.
I don't know where the Terra Blast was at. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Stone Edge. I don't know.
Taylor
He kind
needs
of
to,
deserved
like,
to miss
build
that. I'm not
with,
gonna lie. I don't know.
Taylor needs to build with Battle Hunts as well.
I don't know how much time Taylor has to build with two
Hey,
people in
hey.
college
Anyways,
Pokemon comes first.
and play Overwatch for 7 hours a day. Sorry,
True.
Taylor.
Anyways, I think Battle Hunts is learning. The sub leech set was cool with Tangrowth, and it didn't work. So
Banded Melm was pretty good here, especially knowing the Bulu was sub leech last time, so that's a decent bring.
Yeah. I don't think the team was that bad. I think it just need a little more nuance in the plays.
Think, honestly, like we said, I think he could have just won if he had Terra Blast with the Stone Edge.
Yeah, if we saw like Melm come in, turn one on that Ice Beam, man, he could have gone crazy.
Yeah, losing your ground type, instantly versus Manectric as well, not fun.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Manectric didn't really even have to do all that much, but
I T-bolted. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, in general, there wasn't a lot of Darkrai counterplay on this team, though, so I would have liked to see that a little more.
Does anyone want to get
vested.
the transactions? I guess I can find it.
Yeah, you do it, bitch.
Shut
Yeah.
It's your video.
Yeah.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, Tongue Sex is gone.
No!
Where the fuck? I don't remember what his name is.
It should have been me, not him.
What's Battle Hunts' team name?
Fuck. Love Everyone?
Love Everyone. I
should have been
forget.
Oh, we didn't. No one put it in the bottom section, of course. But
anyways,
I can read it off if you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So Battle Hunts unfortunately drops Tongue Sex, the Gengar, Electabuzz, and Terra Captain Ice-Cube for Hisuian Zoroark, Terra Captain Jolteon, and Terra Captain Kadabra. I don't know.
Jolteon is interesting on this team. I don't know if it's ever gonna love to come. I guess, like, because Salamence is such a good Terra Captain, like, that's the reason you drafted it, right?
It helps the speed quite a bit because his fastest Mon before was, 110 with Gengar, and he replaced that with Zoroark and then got Jolteon.
Yeah, the speed tiers are definitely better. If that's what he was going for, then I can agree with this. But
why drop Ice-Cube for Kadabra of all Pokemon? Like, Ice-Cube. He's kind of
smoking that Taylor pack. Taylor was hyping up Kadabra before the season started.
Oh, of course he was. It's honest to God, it's like a fucking wheel of like what shitty like unevolved Pokemon is Taylor gonna like randomly get obsessed with? Be like, bro, Fracture.
Get someone to pay 3 points for. Get someone to pay.
Fracture, insane, dude. What about fucking
I know he's
Swilus.
I'm gonna predict what he just said while watching this video. He is.
Yeah. Fuck off, Taylor.
Anyways.
I love this fucking team look.
Joel Embiid.
But
awesome.
We didn't have
second round exit, you fraud.
Either. Bad mod team. But anyways, we had a Rabid Flames making some moves as well, and he dropped Zygarde, and Mystery will be happy. The Scolipede is gone.
Woo!
And Terra Basculin.
This calls for one thing and one thing only. Easy money, bitches. Fuck Scolipede. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Zygarde, Scolipede, and Terra Basculin, and picks up a Dragonite, Ursaluna, and Mr. Rhyme.
Ursaluna's pretty based.
I think these are definitely good transactions.
You found
like
another way to get
Pokemon.
Well, yeah, I mean, just Pokemon for Pokemon, this is better. However, you found a way to get another ground type that can't set up rocks.
Yeah.
It, like, I just think, like, it still feels just like a bunch of Pokemon and not really like a team, which has kind of been my issue from the start with this squad. So although I think you got better Pokemon and you'll probably do better with them, I don't think this changes my outlook on the team that much, if I'm completely honest.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
it's better.
Especially since the Dragonite's not Terra.
Ursaluna's cool, but as Mystery said, it's another ground type that can't set rocks. So your rock setters are now still Jirachi, Annihilate, and
Knuckles deck. And you don't even have like the spike options with Scolipede. As much as I hate Scolipede, like, you lose that setting as well.
Your nuance got worse.
Yeah, so. I don't know. This team is way too reliant on fucking Jirachi of all things. Don't even say it, James. Don't say it.
That's because I don't do it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I knew it. I knew those exact words too. Like,
The team relying on Jirachi that hasn't come to a game yet.
Yep.
exactly. Well, yeah, and his one win was over Battle Hunts, who has now gotten 2 games of real draft league experience under his belt. Rapid Flames is a good battler, so I think they'll figure out a way to scrap together 4 or 5 wins. But I don't love the team still.
All right, moving on to D1.
Do we not have any more transactions in D2?
Nope, that was it.
Oh,
Yeah.
also we didn't do our
Shit.
what's it called?
My bad.
MVPs of the
My bad. Don't look anybody.
This fucking guy. Unbelievable. Just like last week, of course, we're gonna give our shout outs to one Pokemon each that did well during the week. I mean, I can go first if you want, because I've got one specifically.
I have one too.
Well, I'm gonna steal it because I know it's Arcanine. I'm taking Arcanine for Sky.
Yeah.
I just think this, considering all the hacks, I thought she did a great job keeping it healthy. It really just checked the entire team super well, and like I said, just the mentally tough part of that game was very impressive. So, shout out to Arcanine, shout out to Sky. That's what I got.
Her being the most valuable Pokemon too. Easy.
True.
All right, mine is actually going to go to, even though he lost, mine is going to go to Steph's Ferrothorn. Let me find his page. The reason I'm saying this is because, look, he's here too. Easy.
Yo, he's truly the MVP.
Anyways, mine is gonna go to Steph's Ferrothorn this week, though, and even though he lost, just drastic improvement. He played one of the probably top 2 best teams in D2 right now. He pushed him to the edge, pushing the game to an 0-2 that easily could have been a win in his favor. Just a really good game all around, and this Ferrothorn was just at the center of it, annoying Tay the entire game, forcing Skeledirge to take twice now, almost full hazard setup against the Dirge with 2 layers of spikes and a set of rocks, taking, what is that? That's like
30%, or no, I guess he has 25 with rocks and then 18, so 43.
43% on swapping, which is pretty fucking awesome for a Dirge, forcing it to slack off constantly. And then leeching up and being healthy just this entire fucking game. So shout out to Steph, shout out to his Ferrothorn. Really, really well played game, and definitely seeing a lot of improvement with this Rain squad.
Also, he played like 2 of the top contenders, like back to back, and he's 0-2 -5. That's nothing to be like, oh, what a fucking disappointment. He still got his Okami, he still has Battle Hunts, he still has Glimpse, I think is winnable.
This team is still Rain too. Like,
yeah, like
you can just win on paper.
If he wins like 1 game he's not supposed to, right? Like he could get to 4-5 and be in the play-in game. That's not out of reach. Not at all. So Steph, keep your head up. I think you've played much better this season, even than your record would show. Like this is, especially versus Tay, that was a well played game. I mean, Tay's team is just fucking crazy. It's hard to beat Naga, Shifu, Enamorus, Rotom. Like he's got so much going on. Yeah.
Anyways, what is your Mon of the Week, Tristen?
I'm very biased, but I gotta pick my boy King Gambit from Zai's team. As soon as I opened the replay, and I saw, well, I didn't open the replay at first. I opened the live battle because I hadn't posted the replay yet. And I saw the game had just ended. I saw the Fallen 5. I was like, yep, I know he did his job.
As per usual, the King Gambit comes through. Yeah, this is the one. Oh, and it's the MVP again. Wow.
I'm not moving the
Hell yeah. That's my GOAT.
Yes, sir.
King Goatbit.
Anyways.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Shout out to D2. Good set of games this week.
Yeah, not too many duds.
Yeah. All right.
All pretty
moving on. Now, before we move on to the games, we're cooking, boys. We're here. We're hanging out.
D1 standings.
But
what is wrong with us?
Hunter's going for back-to-back. That's all I can say. I fear for the future of competitive Pokemon.
This is looking like modern day Melee. We got the 5 mods and the the bottom 5 spots, all one after the other.
It's fucking crazy. Regardless, let's watch some battles.
Let's go. Anyways, we start off with
Oh,
Mishra's
yeah.
boy himself. I'll let you take it from the start. I'll just put it on fast.
It's Hunter.
Hunter was ridiculously frustrated after this game. He called me and was super pissy, and I think it sparked a fire in him to really make some changes and try to get better, because he said he just built a bad team, and you could feel it the whole game. Who were we watching? It was me, Tristen, and Taylor, I think we're all on call.
Yeah, we were all watching this.
I think you guys were a little revisionist from time to time about some of the plays, because it was like, I don't know, like some of these, I really don't disagree with a lot of Hunter's plays here. Like this.
No,
one
I
was
don't either.
bad.
I was literally just talking about one, and I don't think it was the worst thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't like no removal with Zoroark. Like that was the one problem with his team, was like the removal just sucked complete cock. And if you're gonna do the Zoroark or Shifu thing, you can't be spike weak as well. Like you can't have no removal and do that, because that fucks up. You know, they know exactly who you are. You know, they can see you, and your time is not now. Although once again, this Garganacl going crazy.
I think one of the things I didn't love was the first, or something that I guess he could have done better, but it wasn't necessarily a bad play. I think the first turn or Shifu came in, Zoroark would have been like a great option, like in that moment. Like it could have gotten a kill based on what his opponent did here, and then it just ended up being our Shifu, and then I think it just spiraled down from there.
This Toadscroll ended up being much bigger of an issue than I think he realized. He said he didn't even know what it was. And so when it came to the game, he had to like do research and look up like what the Pokemon was.
This is funny that I just, sorry not to do this, guys, but he spent so much time setting up all the layers of toxic spikes and then set up Misty Terrains. The Swampert didn't even get poisoned to start off with. So I just thought that was funny.
No, that is definitely funny. This was cool. Encore Victini.
Encore was neat, yeah.
And it ends up kind of costing him. He should have probably went under the Salamence's speed, but I guess that's also extremely hindsighty to be like. Also, that was cool. Freaking Trailblaze. Still killed Dorindo. Was this the turn you were talking about? You wanted this to be work?
I know he probably had Sucker Punch, and he was trying to make a. I mean, did he have Sucker Punch?
Yes, he did, and he was very pissed at Iron Man. This was like, I think he said like both sides played bad or something like that. Yeah. He said this play was really bad from, and I actually don't disagree. I kind of think this play was fucking terrible. Like he should have just gone Feeny. It was super free. Like he's not poison jabbing there ever.
But I'm saying if he's got the high jump kick there, if that's Zoroark, wrap it up. That Cinderace is dead.
But the problem is too that like you can see who it is because of the spike damage, like the
because of the rocks. That's my bad. I forgot about rocks damage.
Yeah, that's
we talked about that before too. I remember. Okay. Did we know? Did this Toadscroll even have Earth Power?
I don't think it did, but it's pretty hard to blame someone for being like, oh, and then he wins the speed tie.
I wasn't blaming anybody. I was just saying like. There's at least 5 turns here where I would have clicked Earth Power. Does he even have it?
If he gets that there, he might have a chance. Because it lasts, 3 turns?
Well, he just ended, and he was Lum, so he ate the...
No, I'm talking about
Encore.
It's 3 turns, right?
It's 4, right?
Yeah.
It's 5 turns, technically, and then the turn you use it is 1.
I don't think it.
No, I think it's 4 turns and the turn you use it as 1, so it's 3 turns.
Okay, so yeah, he could have went either Garg and set up, like he could have gotten Iron Defenses up, or he could have went like Zoroark and just killed something. Like I think he had options. So man, if he gets that Encore, this is a different game.
Yeah.
And I do think that was his best play in that moment. I honestly didn't even think about it myself in real time, but
Salamence is Terra, right? You just never Terra.
Yeah, you never Terra'd.
I guess he didn't have to.
But Iron Man is 2-0 with a team that we did not like that much. Although it's a little bit better now that he made the transactions.
Yeah.
I do think eventually he'll probably hit a bit of a...
Yeah, he's number 1 in standings right now. I think his games have been. I mean, this wasn't the worst played game ever, but
Well, D1 with even like Mystery right now, like if you really look at it, he's up 2-0 plus 6, but like the lowest contenders right now is Mystery at 0-2 minus 6, so it's not like there's not a huge gap between everybody.
One week can really switch the whole standings around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Because like if Mystery wins like this next game against Times, and he wins like by 4 or 5 or something like that, and then Iron Man loses by like 4 or 5, the gap is already like pretty much closed in that aspect. He does have a win over Mystery, but like differential wise, it starts to get, now you're within like a game of each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, season's still early, so I don't tend to look at standings too much until about week 5 or so, just because you really don't know. Like, people are going to have slow starts, they're going to have like crazy starts, schedules are weird, sometimes it just aligns where you're playing like, you end up playing like the worst 3 coaches all in a row, and then your schedule looks really inflated because of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now choke of the week, Omar.
Yep.
Should have had Jamal. Which
I was so
crazy.
happy that Jamal won. Not biased.
Not biased. I remember.
Was this thing pads?
No, it was long reach. But yeah,
Yeah.
Tristan also, he said flame body and
I just
L.
forgot about long reach.
Yeah. I don't know. He got 2 crit dark pulses, we just saw with the first one there, and he ends up critting the hippo
Yeah,
later.
it was really getting rough for Jamal here. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know the choke mattered, but like these dark pulse crits mattered first.
No, I agree. Like, I thought this was a hacksy game. Like, I'm not saying like one side or the other. I didn't like some of the reasoning.
Why did he
personally.
keep going fucking Decidueye to U-turn on the fucking...
I think he was scarfed, so he could just slowly chip it down. He never lost anything with Slow King. Like, he loses a little bit of HP because he got the poison. And I don't know. Mystical Fire is a really good bring because it stops the vehicle from doing a lot on the Volt Switch. But then he gets crit again by Dark Pulse. Just brutal. Also, that's my girl. Got crit.
No.
Well, James, it's you. It's Mikey.
I know, he asked me later, he's like, do you like the name? And I was like, bruh.
But yeah, like, also Jamal was kind of upset he didn't get a burn with the Beedrill. I said in the match discussion that the heal bell happened after Beedrill U-turns on Moltres. I was wrong about that, so I apologize. But regardless, he did have heal bell Clef, so it's not like burn really would have changed a whole lot. Like, maybe he has to play slightly differently, but like, it dies this turn anyway, so he has one chance to burn it. Like, I'm not going to call not getting burned one time from Flame Body hacks. That's just me personally. I guess if you want to say unlucky, sure. But I really thought, like, at this point, I was like, wait, why the fuck does... also, he should have teleported here. Sorry, that's the turn I wanted to talk about. If you go back, if he teleports this turn, as Weavile comes in and he goes Beedrill, that puts so much... He should have never future sighted here. There's still a dark type. Weavile's
I didn't like the future sight at all. I was like, Omar teleports here for sure.
If he teleports here, I think he wins the game. And he still has a chance later and still chokes it away. So really just brutal loss from Omar.
This being forced to sack the Decidueye is another real boom check too.
Yeah.
So just not a good future sight.
And then you take the damage here, which becomes crucial as well. Good scout for the Scarf Naga, because I don't think we knew for sure that it was Scarf at this point.
And this was tear grass.
No, I'm pretty sure it did click a move, and I'm pretty sure it clicked Sludge Wave and then clicked U-turn in one of the early turns.
No, it was Scarf.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I was dumb then. I thought I saw that.
Yeah, no, it outsped the B. Also, why did Slow King not come in here? And then he takes way too much damage. With,
I don't know why Slow King
jabs here. Why did he U-turn? Why would you ever U-turn, dude? Like, if you just poison jab, it was a super small roll in, like, for Jamal to kill with a poison jab. So just huge choke. Or not with poison jab, with a grassy glide.
Yeah.
But poison jab, if he just jabs twice.
Yeah, I guess the flame body did get returned with the skull not burning.
I got like 32 or whatever.
Yeah, well, U-turn killed, and U-turn's weaker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it's
a massive choke. There was a couple times where
he had
should have came in.
he had 2 bare minimum chances to easily win this game and choke both of them, and I think he had 3 overall chances if he played like really well. So very, the crits definitely were huge. Not going to discount that at all, but just considering how the game actually went, like he had multiple chances to close this out.
If we just go back to like even before all of that, if you just what Mystery said right here.
Just teleport.
If you teleport here, isn't the game just over? Because
that's what I'm
you
saying.
go Mega B, you get to Poison Jab, you kill. He probably sacks Weavile here. Naga comes in, and then you just.
If he goes Naga, he gets 2 code by Jab, and then that sets up like everything for you to win.
Yeah,
so
and you're at 100 right now, so even if you're scared of Draco, you can just go Slow King and teleport again. So
yeah, I mean this Slow King should have never clicked teleport for the rest of this, or never clicked anything besides teleport for the rest of this game.
That's what Slow King does too. That's like what it's meant to do. So
yeah, a rough one for our boy Omar. This was.
I wonder
super
why
winnable.
he clicked Future Sight. Did he say why he clicked Future Sight?
Not that I can remember. No.
Yeah, I just don't understand what it did at all.
Joel said, "Thank you, Lord." Are you thanking your lucky stars? That was almost an Omar dub. That is not. I don't know how the fuck this game was that close. I guess it's just the crits. It was tough.
Crits really suck.
Also, but if it was like I'm guessing if he was nasty plot 3 attack with psychic, he just went for the Dark Pulse flinch into sight. Like he went for the Dark Pulse flinch chance into psychic kill. I assume.
Yeah, I mean, because the plotted pulse wouldn't have killed Dots.
I don't think the one on Doxbun like extremely mattered, but I think the one on Hippos would really.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
An extremely defensive stance in this game.
All right.
All right, moving on. We've got Tristen next.
It's me.
Bob went crazy.
Bob did go crazy.
The number one thing I wasn't ready for in this match was the Trick Room Hoopa. That was a good bring. I did like that set. Unfortunately, I had a single turn, which we can stop on when we get there, which actually changed a lot of the game. So,
okay,
but we will get there. So, leads me and Chow. I know he's Scarf right off the bat, so I'm going in Talon. There was a couple times where me and Chow hit the Talon this game and didn't get the Flame Body, unfortunately. That would have been super helpful in the late game. I would have had a chance with Dragon.
I didn't like this U-turn.
I didn't either. It was not a good play. I should have just gone hard pull. Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if like hard pull, just because you don't know what to set. He could be just a dragon move. Like he could just skill shot there, and that would suck. But Rotom relatively.
Yeah, but
free.
like I figured he was probably defensive since he could have been Will-O-Wisp for that turn too.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I just didn't think he would go for
Holy shit! This did
Bob went crazy this game. I was max speed so that I outsped the Scizor by 1 point, and we did get it. He did not run any speed investment, so Bob was running the 4K this week.
Yes, we motherfucking can, Bob.
And this did suck though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the freeze drag crit meant I couldn't wall this much longer. Hoopa comes in, and I missed the toxic.
That was so fucking brutal.
It didn't look like it mattered because I landed the toxic the next turn, but in a couple turns here, we'll see that it actually changed the whole game. So he kills me with that. I basically just had to stall this Trick Room because I don't have any Hoopa swap-ins. Who does? So I had to sack Rotom here. Luckily, I don't get flinched. I'm able to hit the Hydro Pump. Now, this pump into the Toxic here, after he kills me this turn, he's on 5%, meaning that first tick of Toxic, he would have died this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't have to bring in Bob and Mach Punch, and now this isn't my bundle sack, basically. Now, here, I think, personally, I could have sacked Kartana, but I was thinking, like, I don't want Bob to be my only check to Toxapex at this point. I couldn't get a status on it until really late in the game when it got burned with. Also, I think Pickles definitely misplayed later, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Yeah, I had to mock here. I wanted to get my thought process here was getting chip on bundle because I was just like I need to be able to kill this with Pult with just a Hex. I can't like Draco into the Pex. So Pex comes in here. I didn't want to click Willow. And now I bring in the cart, and Yeah, I think I should have sacked Cart to bundle, especially since this ended up being more physically defensive than I thought. This was not a roll, if anyone was wondering. Maybe it was a roll like 8% chance to kill or something, but it was really low if it was.
With this Fizdef, he didn't die.
Mm-hmm. And then at this point, it's just kind of. So I think it was here where he goes. Or I think it was after Cartana died. I think he should have just gone into Toxapex, and Toxapex kind of could have just won the game from here. I don't know why it took him so long to like just sack bundle and I almost clicked Brave Bird on the turn of the bundle sack. I was
Did it matter
just a
though?
click away.
Because if you
I had a chance to matter because then I get another, like, he has to either land a Stone Edge or take a risk getting burned with Mienshao.
He has to land the Stone Edge. Absolutely,
yeah.
he does. And then
If he doesn't land the Stone Edge, I win the game. So
Because
like
I
if
was
I'm
just saying
due
you're
some
at-
hacks, I mean, I at least
if
get a
you Brave
chance.
Bird the bundle coming in right, you go to like,
I don't die.
and you don't
which is what
die
matters.
obviously, but like he
But
comes
that's all that
in
matters.
with you being 60% intoxic.
Oh no, yeah, knockoff. Yeah, knockoff.
Even like even if he gets burned, like don't you just kind of die? Can't, because Toxic can just come in and spam recover.
I didn't do the calc, but I don't think I would die to knockoff because I had a good amount of
well,
HP.
knockoff did what, 35 before? We can go back and look.
I think he posted his
Knockoff did
pace
35,
actually. So
yeah.
But that's with an item. Hold on. Or no. Oh yeah, the Bravest Bird took 35 from knock. He click knock again without an item. So go to the next one.
I think he did the way he was
26.
talking about in match discussion though. I think he would have clicked Stone Edge.
Man, that'd be close.
It would be close.
Yeah. Because if I live, I have at least a chance to like crit the Toxapex because he left himself at kind of a.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know
low
how
health.
much how Hex would have done with the burn. So
A crit would have killed, I think.
Well, bundle at 20%. How much would Freebird recoil do? Like,
it's not a lot. It would only do
maybe 7% max.
Yeah, so you couldn't have killed with knockoff. You're right. Okay.
I think you would have had to edge, and then so basically just came down to that. I didn't even realize it was that close. In the moment, I don't know. It's really hard to justify Brave Birding that turn, so I understand.
Yeah, I was like, he could, because my thought process was that he could just as easily he could pick he has like 3 or 4 chances to like sack bundle in like a certain scenario, and he could just pick any 4 of those chances to try and throw me off. So I was like, I think I just try and like wait till he chokes with Pex or something, but didn't happen. So unfortunate game.
All right, boys. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, but I'm gonna put this on normal so Mystery could talk about his game, and I'm sure it'll be very fun commentary. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
Let's do it.
There's nothing I love more than facing Walking Wake Sun. Yeah, so I once again felt like, when I went into this matchup originally, I was like, this isn't like too bad, but I quickly realized I have absolutely nothing for Walking Wake besides, once again, one little man.
I think Robert's team is just better than it looks in general.
Yeah, like, it's just really tough. Like, in this thing being Leaf Guard, I'm like, fuck. Like,
that's actually really. I forgot about Leaf Guard. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I didn't think about it till that. I figured this would be Terra Fight. Honestly, for some reason he fucking trailed. I hated this play. I thought he played this so dumb. This should have been like Terra Fight to beat the Pharaoh.
Or Terra Ghost to eat body pros.
Yeah, like plenty of options, but Trailblazing into Drain Punch was not really one of them. And then he has fucking Walking Wake that has low kick, and there's nothing I could have done.
Low kick.
Like I looked at the matchup after, man. I'm like, what was I supposed to do?
Why the hell does this thing get low kick? I remember watching that in the bubble. Like, why the fuck does this get low kick? I guess he got some big feet, but he's gonna fall over if he's kicking somebody.
I brought Terra Grass Coco. I at one point had Terra Water Charizard, like to possibly, but it still died to 2 Hydro Steams and Rain.
There's no swap-ins, bro. You can't even try.
It was not a fair matchup. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I just didn't have anything. Yeah, and this ended up also being Terra Iron Defense.
Yeah, this Iron Defense was a cool bring, I thought. I like that.
Yeah, that was fine. Body press kills.
Ended
'cause
up
he had-
mattering for sure.
I should have went to sneeze and try to get the like sleep or whatever, or
The Dire Claw status.
I guess electric tree and stuff, so I couldn't get sleep. But yeah, one
Should
of
have
the
crit the
other.
Jet Punch, really.
True, very true. I don't know. You know, it's a kind of an embarrassing loss. In all honesty, I just didn't have much of an out. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't have any like strong thoughts on this. I ended up changing the team quite a bit because I just realized.
Yeah, I think if you could have gotten Sneasler in earlier, it would have been really strong to try and.
Even then, he had like Tusk and Torkoal. And
Yeah, but if you
Iron
can get like I don't know, if you're just throwing out, I know this matchup is not great, but if you're just throwing out like Dire Claws early and maybe you get a lucky status on the Great Tusk, maybe you can. Does Dire Claw have a chance to paralyze? Is that one of the?
Paris, Sleep, and Poison.
Yeah, maybe you get a pair on the Great Tusk, and that could definitely be really useful. And besides that, yeah, it wasn't a great matchup, but definitely some things that could have been done better in general.
Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't have anything for Walking Awake, but I could have played better. But just I think the team is not necessarily bad, but I just wasn't comfortable at all. Like I don't know. Slowbro's fun. I'd like to give him another try at some point because I really don't think this is his fault. I just like I don't know. Something had to be changed. It clearly something was not clicking with the team. There was team chemistry issues. No,
shut up, man.
Man.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. This is our show now.
Yeah, we taking over. You left us the keys.
Anyways,
we're locking you out.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna let this one play. This battle just.
We have our worst game of the year. All right. This shit sucks.
It was just hacksy on both sides.
I don't know the fuck he mega or didn't mega.
He wanted to keep. He was like
James versus Taylor NCL and James versus Taylor finals game in what league?
Why don't you spin?
Huh?
Do you think the fuck in FDN? I said, why didn't you spin? Were you thinking Skelders
might come in?
He's not going hard dirge on you. Ain't no fucking way. You were in with the Pokemon week to EQ.
Or with EQ.
Or with EQ, and he was in with a Pokemon, like his own Pokemon that was currently misses double miss. Awesome, very cool. Easy spin. Yeah, this game was hard to watch. Like just start to finish. This was not fun.
It was real.
I was not entertained.
Yo, young Toxic.
The epic free Toxic missed the Thunder Wave, of course.
I just don't even. I just don't have a lot to say about this.
It just sucks.
Sucks ass.
It's just bad game.
Yeah, honestly.
Shadow Ball, no Spadef drop. Luckily, we're just.
Please put this on fast.
Why did you recover? Oh, I guess you have to if he's more offensive. Fair enough. The plot for some reason got the discharge. He's stalling him out. Just ask him for that para.
Begging for that para. Nope.
Nope, never happening.
Nope.
We're on like 120% chance to paralyze this motherfucker.
And then I missed my.
Well, that kind of went a little nuts here.
Yeah, I was scared of him. Yeah, if I landed this, I get to play this next turn. I don't have to lose my Dawn Fan, which did suck. But I mean, the whole game was hacksy back and forth. So
I mean, if you didn't lose your Dawn Fan, you lost the game. So.
Well, I mean, like,
Dawn Fan did his job.
If my T-Way would have hit, I would have played right.
Yeah.
Next turn. But yeah.
It certainly was a game. Of all time. This was also one of the sets of all time.
Yep.
Yeah. It would have been
Terra
cool,
Normal
but...
Komodo. Why were you Terra Normal?
For Facade. And then I walled this thing if he was like...
For Facade on...
And it just like Facade didn't work.
Oh, you were... I see. I thought you were saying to take a Facade. I'm like, what?
No, I was Facade. I was hoping... So the hope here was me and Jamal kind of went over a few sets. I was gonna go mix set, and then we kind of just landed on a taunt set to kind of do this. I just played this really, really bad. I shouldn't have Terra'd at all in the beginning because it didn't make sense to, and that I should have either taunted or just toxic'd when he encored the first time. But
Yeah,
the hope was I knew that he was gonna be Terra Fairy because I had a Qian Pao. And then if he did Terra, I wanted to force him to Terra, and I just didn't do a very good job of it. I should have gotten Qian Pao in sooner and forced him to Terra. But the hope was with this was that we could 1v1 it without Terraing, and then eventually Terra, and then we did good damage on Mawile, especially since he was Mega'd already. And if we got burned, which I was hoping he'd burn me, and then I could taunt slack offs and 1v1 it. So that was the hope. I should have brought a separate move. Probably should have taken taunt or D-dance off for EQ. I was trying to, because of what I was trying to do, I should have had EQ just to force this to Terra to Fairy, because that would have been better. He wasn't Will-O-Wisp, which really sucked, but I wanted him to be Will-O-Wisp and Will-O-Wisp me. But it sucked. I should have just I just played it really wrong. And with the way I wanted it and the way it was built, it was my fault. I played it wrong. And when I say we, I meant like Jamal helped me build this, so it was like he told me kind of like, okay, well, we're gonna kind of do it this way, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And when we built it, he was like, even if we just have Facade, we should still be able to 1v1 it. But I just Terra'd way too soon, because he was like, you shouldn't Terra before you see moves that come out. And I just Terra'd way too early, trying to be cheeky with it. So, this was just my fault. Like, the set, in hindsight, it looks like it sucked. Everybody was, like, gassing on me for it, but I still
don't think there was really that much hate. I mean, there was, like,
I got, like, 3 acts of James,
there
that
was,
set
like,
sucked.
Harris said something, and, like, some of
Harris is just a hater. So.
Exactly. I wouldn't turn this into everyone's hating on James. I mean, come on.
No,
Like,
it was I did. Zai even said
Everyone's
something.
hating on that game. That game was
This game
garbage.
just sucked in general, but yeah. So I played really wrong, which this was funny. I got burned, and then he did Terra.
Powered up the side.
Yeah.
Woo! We did it.
But yeah.
If he Terra'd that turn, that'd been crazy.
I missed the Hurricane, which whatever, but it would have made Heatwave 2-ko. And then I wouldn't have died here, and then I missed Heatwave anyway, so it didn't matter. But
Why did he knock? That's what I want to know. What a terrible play. Just fucking play rough. It Okos.
Easy crunch.
Also, me and Taylor got in an argument about this. The order. He has Terra Fairy Dirge. He could have, to me, I think he played this incorrectly. I think he should have done it the other way around. But he miscalced with Necrozma against the crunch.
Easy.
True. Man, if you were Shard...
If I was Shard, I would, which is the funny part.
But yeah, that ends the game. What a wonderful...
Actually, no, he would have still, because he was Scarf Sucker, so...
If you were SD, you could have SD'd...
SD'd 6 times, yeah.
Yeah. Waited out all the suckers,
I didn't know he
and
was
then...
Scarf Pro game, though. I had no way of knowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just... There's not a lot to go over here. It was
terrible
bad.
game,
very, very
truly.
bad game.
What's our last game of the week?
It is Time versus Arc.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
It's time for Tony.
Tony! This game was cool.
Did we talk about this game already?
No. This happened. This game was done when we recorded last, but we didn't watch it.
Okay.
Epic turn 1 overheat. Yeah, I think
This
just
Samurott
overall.
put in the work.
Here he should have knocked. He should have knocked off the helmet on this thing, or leftovers. Sorry. But yeah, he just did the order of moves on Tony very poorly. He really could have put up the spikes and gotten the Tauros low and everything. He just, I don't know. He just did it in not a great order. But still, Tony got the defense shot the first time and a crit the second time. He was going insane. Rotom Heat also dropping overheats left and right. I don't know. I'm not sure what else to say.
So he wasn't faster.
Yeah, he was like slow. Bro was just afraid of clicking Ceaseless Edge. He would not.
Spikes would have been so good here too.
Yeah, Spikes would have been great. I was really sad not to see it. Tony
Huge knock to burn the Culper though
Mhm.
on the Glow King.
Tony definitely still put in the work this game. I just wish he could have ceaseless.
This was scary. We talked about this. He went hard
Hard.
fucking Iron Moth, which was like at the time like not necessarily the win con, but this like did a lot of work onto the team.
It was very hard. This is definitely one of the win cons.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was just like, why? Like he had like, who was in? So like he could have theoretically pressed Earth Power on the Scizor coming in.
Yeah.
It definitely was a little.
He could have power gemmed. He could have done a lot. Like
Mhm.
just prediction wise. Like I don't know. He kind of got bailed on that one.
And then didn't get the boost here.
Of course. Scarf Glamora also. Epic Poggers moment.
Glamora is exactly the opposite of an epic Poggers moment.
Anyways, this is when this game gets really scary. This
Look at you all. It is Terra Normal. Earth Powers, which is like a fucking crazy ass play.
He always lives here.
And he gets the freeze, but it's Lum. It's just this whole set of turns is crazy.
And then, so at this point, he was not Bullet Punch. So that was what was crazy, was that the Dragonite could have just swept here, depending on the moves that he had. But did he ever reveal what moves he had? I can't remember.
I think that's it.
He did, but I don't remember.
I know he had Fire Punch.
Okay. Well, then Banette comes in and almost has an epic Poggers Banette moment.
No, we cannot let Banette win because he sucks. He is not him.
We were all praying and called, please do not let this Banette win. And when it went here, I'm like, no, this can't be real life. But thankfully, Tony has it on lockdown.
Okay, so what I had
Tony's
said
a
before
goat.
too, when I'd watched this game, why did he ever Destiny Bond there? Like, why didn't he just, like, if he thought it was Sucker, right? Why didn't he just SD and then try and at least win that way?
I don't know. I guess he just wanted to bring it to a 1-0 or try to get him to not kill him this turn. With
He was trying to get that finesse. Skylar Fem owed him like $50.
Because, like, I don't know.
He just wanted it to
didn't
be
make sense.
fashionable.
Because Arcwish wasn't having it. He just pressed fucking knock the second turn.
Also, some random person who made their account in 2016 named fucking Banette Moment watched this game, and this is nobody we know. But like, some dude was like, "Yes, finally, my time."
I have a
Get the
chat
fuck outta
GPT trying to find every draft league game that has Mega Banette in it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyways, good win for Arc. He definitely needed it for the bounce back. And Emo Tony.
Yeah, it was a
went
good
crazy.
game. Tony went nuts.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
So we do have quite a bit of transactions, I think.
We do.
I don't know if they were done because we're bad mods, but we'll see.
No, I think these were done.
Okay. Any more? Okay. Yes, we have a lot. Okay. So the first one is Times, who is DTD, right?
Yes.
Nope, DYD.
Or yeah, DYD. Yep.
Okay, so I'll just read them out. His transactions are: he dropped Vaporeon, Grimmsnarl, Eldegoss, Deterra on Tauros, and Glamora, and he picked up.
Did someone wait? Did someone say no more Grimmsnarl?
Oh my god. I hate you.
This has been a fantastic week for me.
I thought you said you didn't like this though.
No, I don't like these. I thought this was the one okay Grimmsnarl team.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
picked up Primarina, Umbreon, and Vanillux, and made Umbreon and Vanillux his new tier captains along with Dragonite. Just to start us off, this is one of the things Mystery might actually agree with me for once. I didn't really understand the picking up of Umbreon here when you had Grimmsnarl. I guess it was because you were picking up Prim, but I don't know. I felt like you could have made something else work there.
Do like getting a cleric for D-Knight because if you get burned or whatever, like you have second chances.
That's fair.
And Wish Pass with Treads is nice, and I guess like Rotom. But otherwise, yeah, it's just kind of okay.
I don't understand why it's the Terramon. I feel like that's wasted points right there. Like, you could have gotten rid of Glimora and then made it something else. I guess maybe so you can cleric easier. But like, isn't
You can
Dragonite
run
always
like
gonna run out?
Terra like fighting and stuff, or like Terra Fairy, all that kind of shit. Like it's not bad.
I guess
but
it's not awful in the fact that Umbreon can basically just become like worse Sylveon, so that Primarina could be more offensive. I guess if you want to run it like that.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about paying 13 points for Umbreon. Is probably my overall thought process, but I don't hate it. I guess that's kind of how I just feel with these transactions. It's like they're just okay. Like I'm not jumping for joy, but I don't think they're like detrimental to the team.
I think that's why I don't like them though, because like this team was already one of the worst teams in D1, and we've kind of just like instead of going up or down, we've jumped perpendicular to where we were before.
Yeah, super linear move. I agree. Yeah.
Okay. The next transactions, we are hopping to his opponent. They both swapped some Pokemon.
All I'm saying is though, Grimmsnarl gone, Scolipede gone. This is a great week.
People are learning.
Anyways, Mystery will be even happier in the fact that
wow, these are great.
also, sorry guys for week 3 because fucking Archangel plays this game so fucking early. But love you, Arc. He dropped Electros, Lantern, and Quilladin, and changed some Terra typings because he dropped his Terramons. He picked up My Hound, the Mega Manectric, Serena, and Muck, and made
my guys.
He made Karkol, Muck, and Muck both Terra captains.
Well, Karkol was already a Terra captain, but he did make Muck.
Then just Muck.
Yeah.
Spoiler for next week. No. Arc plays all his games on Monday.
Yep.
Stop.
Hey man, I respect the anti-John. Let's not punish John.
True.
I'd rather him play on Monday than everyone else play on Monday.
He didn't even play on Monday. He played yesterday. He played on Sunday.
Did he?
Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Oh, is today Tuesday?
Bro.
Bro.
We usually record on Mondays.
This fucking guy.
Shut the fuck up. Die.
Yeah, I asked you to record on Monday, and you're like, when are you available otherwise? All right, so anyway.
Well, it's because I was having to go to work.
Yeah, that's what they'll say. My Hound, terrific pickup. Overall, I hated the Electros Lantern. I don't know what the fuck was.
Yeah, what the hell?
But Manectric it gives him something faster than Iron Valiant, which I don't. Everyone hates Manectric, but at least he has a speed tier. You have to think about it, right? Because Iron Valiant at 116, that's tough. Like as your fastest mon. So I really do like the 135 helping that out. Serena is a mon that gets a lot of hate. I like him. It's really just a simple. Arc's comfortable with it. Has spin. Take some pressure.
I don't think it's that bad on this team because Gliscor and Scizor can be super fat.
Yeah.
So it's not. Like Serena can afford. I think Serena's at its best when it can kind of do its like quasi support with rapid spin and then still have like a high attack stat and good coverage moves.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think this is a good team for him.
I think Mega Manectric's fine here, just because he has good swap-ins to ground and grass type Pokemon, so you can kind of like pivot around and get into your walls.
But yeah, and then Muck is a mon that I've kind of come around on. I think he's really good with Terra. Like he's kind of bulky. It's not like super weak. I've always loved Alolan Muck, and then this little guy is not too shabby for only 3 points. Like you can do a lot worse than Muck, in my opinion. So yeah, I think overall much better like team. Like I'm more scared looking at this team than I was with the fucking Electros Lantern God Squad. So good changes, Arc.
And then we have my man here in chat, kind of team rehaul, pulling a James, as we like to say.
Who?
What? It's you. You want to read your transactions?
Oh, right. I forgot I made changes. All right.
You forgot.
I did. LVC, dumbass. All right, there we go.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
I'm joking. All right.
Do you want to read them, or do you want me to read them?
Yeah, I'll read them off. These are my changes. I will give them a ride. So, before the draft, I wanted King Gambit so badly. That was my guy, and of course, Iron Man sniped him from me, ruined my whole draft plan, and now has ruined my season. But we got him. Hydreigon, Pharaoh, Terraceruledge, who I'm very sad about losing. Honestly, I really wanted to try him, and I will give him another shot, probably next season. Mega Slowbro, once again, sad. Piloswine, Charizard, Minun, 4. Terra King Gambit, Basque Legion, Pelipper, skipping. Stunfisk,
No,
Philodin,
wait. Say
Pretty
that
Steer.
name
No,
again.
no,
Go
I'm not
ahead.
saying it. Don't play all the lights.
Wait.
And Azelf. Alright, look, we'll start there. Alright, Azelf is fucking trash. I want to get that out
Oh
of the
my
way.
god, come on.
He is only picked up to fulfill my obligation, as this is very likely a lost season.
It's not awful for your team either,
No,
though.
now it's a winning season because Azelf is here.
If Azelf wins a title with me, dude, I'm gonna have to eat so much crow. Like I almost have to lose now.
You're so mean.
Honestly,
Just
though,
try.
I am trying. Like I'm going to give him a chance. He used to actually be used a lot on DPP Rain because like he could run Sash Rocks and then have Rain for later. So I don't hate him as like having that as an extra option. He's kind of a speed tier, I guess, but Sneasler's already in that range, so like whatever, I don't really care. Also, I want to say that Stunfisk is also Terra. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, basically transitioned from like just a full regular style team to Rain with a Terra King Gambit. I don't know. I'm excited at the very least to try something different. I've never used weather other than like tournaments. Like there was a 2 Smogon tournaments I ran Rain, and then a team 2 I ran Rain, but I've never used Rain in draft like as a whole. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. Basque Legion's broken as fuck, so that should be fun as well. Sneasler, like I just have a lot of like broken mons, so that's kind of the goal of this season, is just to have broken dumb shit and try to win games. And Azelf get carried, but
Well, what I'm gonna say with this team is obviously it's weather, it's rain. It pretty much is straightforward. But with how crazy offensive even that this rain is, I mean, I'm not gonna say this is where like Azelf can shine, but like this is where like I feel like the way you win is getting shameless. I feel like the way you win games and stuff a lot, or like down the stretch, like obviously not just individual games, but down the stretches, you're definitely gonna have to get value out of your bottom half there at some point, just because of how like insanely offensive this team is. So I think like Azelf as a Sash leads with rocks, or like just a mystical power set or something like that to catch somebody off guard. Because like if you look at this, if I'm prepping for Tapu Koko, Palafin, Terra King Gambit, Sneasler, and Basque Legion, I can guarantee you there's not going to be a lot of people prepping for Azelf. So mixed sets with different stuff, mystical power sets, which it gets now, is really cool. Sash lead sets. You know what? Fuck it. If you want to be funny 1 week, you can run Explosion.
Choice Banded, yeah.
Yeah, Choice Banded Explosion, just to like guarantee.
All he's
yourself
good for is killing himself.
Well, like that would be even cool. Like I wouldn't even mind that too crazy much, just because like with how like exactly what I was saying, with how offensive you are, just eliminating another Pokemon, or like cutting a team in half with that, like a defensive mon swapping in and exploding on it and doing a shit ton of damage. It's just really, really good for this team. So like I know you guys are gonna say I'm the biggest Azelf supporter of all time, but it's
you
not
are
awful here. I'm sorry, but I can't hear
but...
you over. I can't hear you over.
No, do not play it again. You're actually gonna get copyright strike. That's crazy. Yeah, I look. Actually, well, Tristen, what are your thoughts first? Then I'll give my closing statement, I guess.
My thoughts are that from the bat, like, I'm not saying I hated the transactions that you made with like Harris and them. I think they ultimately made pretty decent decisions, but I have never known you to be someone who doesn't do their best when they're playing with a team that they are most comfortable with. So as long as you're happy with your transactions, I think this is a good team.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of I have to build my own teams. I've never been a type to just steal someone's team and be like, all right, this is mine now. And yeah, like you said, Harris and them, I really do appreciate James, Jamal, Harris, everybody in that call that helped me build that old team. I'm not trying to disrespect them by dropping them. It just like I just wasn't comfortable. Cerulege is really cool though. Like I want to reiterate that he is awesome. This is not his fault.
I will say it was extreme balance, and seeing you play with extreme balance was a little wonky. So yeah.
Yeah, and my pillow swine, my ground was pillow swine, and I had fucking Charizard. So, just
Well, now you're grounded Stunfisk, so
hey,
no
he's kind of
problem.
cool. I can't lie.
Yeah, now you're grounded fire, Studvisk, and Simisear, so really, really
man.
making out into the hood now.
These are my guys, all right.
That is
Except
true.
Azel.
That is true.
He's like the fucking nerd that shows up at the party. You're like, why is this guy here? That's Azel. Everybody else is in the gang, but yeah. Overall, this might be a lost season, right? Like, there's just a chance that I kind of have to just pack it in for next year. Like, I'll still be competitive. I'm like a play-in team or something, but even if this isn't the year, I'm just looking forward to trying something new. And King Gambit's fucking cool, and not a lot of leagues now. Most leagues are starting to ban Terra King Gambit, so getting a chance to use him will be fun. Yeah, so I'm overall happy. I'm kind of at peace with the team now.
Yeah. I hope you do well with it. This is HO at its finest, so I'm sure you'll have fun. All right, moving on. I'm not just gonna read these off of. I'm not gonna read these off of the transactions. I'm gonna go straight to the transaction page himself, and I will read the message out loud for us, just for the full concept.
No.
Hunter said that he will be dropping Corbinite, Swampert, Tanglia, Wigglytuff, and Emolga for Togekiss, Tentacruel, Mega Steelix, Leaf, Eon, and Vesk.
It's Vesk. It's
Pune.
It's Vesk
Pune.
So who put
Yes.
Tentacool on his transactions thing? Is that Arc?
Yeah,
Did Arc put
he put
Tentacruel
Tentacruel. I
on there?
didn't see that.
He put Tentacruel though. He didn't mistype it. My favorite is still Zoroark goes normal.
Yep, and then I was gonna read the rest. He put Leaf, Eon, Tentacruel, and Zoroark Ghost Normal will be Terra. So those are our transactions from the People's Champ.
You guys are haters, all right?
I'm not a hater. I didn't want him to read it off, but since he did,
Man,
we can't just ignore it.
Hunter.
I'm sorry, Hunter. I love you, buddy.
So I know that you helped them with these transactions. So
I did.
What was the
I like
thought
'em.
process behind it?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna change Tentacool on the transaction thing to Tentacruel Arc, dude. Like, come on, bro. Anyway, so my thought process was he hated the removal on this team, like really badly. He just was like, I hate Corviknight, and I never can remove hazards. This sucks ass. I need, like, can you get me removers? So put my thinking cap on. Arc suggested Togekiss, which I thought was really good because it gets him a real fairy type. Because before it was fucking Wigglytuff. And although Garg Terra fairies a lot, he has Zera, and he has like other Terra options that might want to be here.
Yeah.
So he gets a good remover, and obviously, as we saw, you'll see next week, he's very comfortable with Togekiss. And then he also got one of the, I would probably say the second most valuable Pokemon during his playoff run, Tentacruel, of all things.
Hell yeah.
Got him back. Spin to win is here. Once again, put in work.
How happy was he about that?
Very. When I suggested that back to him, he was like, "Oh hell yeah!" he loves himself some Tentacruel. And I know he's kind of wishy-washy. Like, some people like him, some don't. I think he's all right. Like, really,
I think he does his job
spin.
perfectly fine.
Exactly. Like, he's a grounded poison with spin and knock and like decent coverage. You can do a lot worse. Mega Steelix is one that I was kind of worried about because he was suggesting me like Pinsir and Heracross, and although Heracross was already taken, but he asked about it. Basically, a lot of weird megas, and then he was like Steelix, and he didn't have a ground at this point because he wanted to get rid of Swampert. So I was like, fuck it, I guess. Like, you get a mega, and like Steelix has got really good stats. Sorry if you can hear Cheeseball meowing. He wants attention.
Hi, Cheeseball.
He's kind of on the fence about Steelix as well. This is one that could like leave at the deadline, but it gets a steal on the ground, and it's only 6 points for something with, crazy ass stats, 230 defense. So I'm interested to see how he uses it. I'm not like super hopeful, but we'll have to see. And then what else was there? It was Leafeon and Vespiquen. He had Leafeon last season with Terra. Congrats, I guess. And then Vesquipen or whatever the fuck he said in chat.
Vespiquen.
Vespiquen. I think this team's better. Like the removal's much better, so I think he'll be more comfortable with it. Especially Tentacruel is like a comfort mon for him. So, yeah, I like it overall. Also, Zera's doing really well for him so far. So that's
Yeah, what I'm just gonna say about it is I think Steelix, I guess it's cool just because like you have good SpDef swap-ins with Togue and Tentacruel. The big thing that was a little bit, I feel like it's okay. I don't know. Sorry, I'm going back and forth with this in my head. I feel like this team right now, because Togue and Tentacruel are extremely like SpDef options, and yeah, you can run defensive like EVs and stuff into them. I feel like Garg is really just gonna have to hold down the fort as like your defensive pivot every week, like quote unquote pivot. Like you're not pivoting it out, but it's gonna be coming in on a lot of the like offensive physical attackers. So like I guess Steelix is cool there. I don't know. I like Swampert with it just because it freed Garganackle up to like run a little bit more of like Iron Defense sets or offensive sets and stuff like that. But and then Swampert was like a good physical pivot too.
who needs Swampert when you have Tentacruel?
True. But yeah, overall, it's just gonna be interesting to see what he does with it. So that was my only thing. I had like Swampert on the team, but I understand the getting of Tentacruel. It does help with hazards and stuff. And
The water resists were really bad, and
that's fair, yeah.
And what's it called? And the removal was bad, so I think Tentacruel will just help with both of those.
Yeah. Plus, I think Hunter is more comfy with his team, so he'll probably do better. Because I think he's a really, really solid, just game player. As long as he's got mons that he knows what they do, he can really put people
Bro
on the
saw
ropes.
Cecil Judge and like had a fucking panic attack. He was like, "Why are spikes up?"
Anyways, let's go on to our Mons of the Weeks. Does anybody like to start?
I started off last time, so you guys can go first.
Oh God. Give me a second.
Okay. Well, I will start off ours with I had one in my head and then I forgot. Shit. Who did? Wait. Oh no, I have one. I'm gonna steal one. This is another one for somebody that lost, but Tristen, I'm coming up to your page just because I'm happy about it. In Bob's actual debut, I just wanted to say Bob.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bob.
I love
But just
Bob.
kidding. I just wanted to shout out to Bob. Anyways, I'll go to my actual one.
Yeah, that was a good one. What do you mean?
Anyways, I'm gonna steal probably the thunder from people here, but I just wanted to shout out to Bob. I'm gonna go to where's his fucking page? I forget everybody's names.
Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for Pickle.
He is
Yeah, you're gonna steal mine.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going for Pickles Hoopa. That was really, really cool tech. With the Trick Room service, did really well. Obviously with the Toxic Mist, could have done less damage to Tristen a little bit. However, still was really, really cool tech.
Yeah. It still forced me to sack Rotom and have less
exactly, yeah.
to deal with bundles.
And
so
it was a very
still
cool
was a
way
good
to
bring.
use, like, that's like Hoopa's one of his biggest things, like when he comes in, like he can get revenge pretty easily and stuff, so like that Trick Room set kind of nullifying that, forcing Tristen to play extremely, like, just sack things to it. It was really, really good. Freed up a lot of his team, so big shout out to Pickles Hoopa Unbound.
Alright. Tristan, do you want to go or do you want me to take it?
You know what? I'll take Robert's Sandy Shocks. I know he had a good matchup, but I really liked
it was
the Iron
cool.
Defense set. It was really cool. It won him the game. Sandy Shocks popped off. Robert showed that he can do work. So
Mr. Shocks did go crazy, I can't lie. For me, I was gonna take Bob, but it was
no, go ahead and take Bob.
Joking.
Just shouted him out.
I
Hype
just shouted
him
him
up.
out. Yeah, take Bob.
Yeah, Bob. But look, the max speed was really cool. To bait the Scizor into just roosting and thinking he's gonna take 2 facades or whatever.
I'm sure Pickles was shaking in his boots when that Scizor died, like turn
Exactly.
3.
So, like, Bob put in the absolute finest. I also will say Toadscruel did really well for Iron Man.
Yeah.
Just like since I'm giving like a Bob shout out, I'll give a second shout out just as like a they kind of equal one mon of the week. I'll give Toad's Cruel a shout. I thought he played it pretty well.
This is the best 0-0 Toad's Cruel of all time.
Yeah, I mean, he was fine. Oh, my ear is starting to. Oh boy, yeah, I need to stop talking so much. Holy shit, we are big sick.
For Mystery's health sake, we'll wrap it up. Anyways, all right.
Should start looking at matchups for the next week as well. Like talk about some good matchups. I meant to say that.
Well, I know Mystery's must-win game against Times. He has that coming up. What else do we have? I don't even know. Let's look
to the schedule.
To the schedule. Anyways.
Yeah. Our primetime game of the week is Iron Man versus Taylor. Taylor probably trying to get a first win on him. So I think that'll be good.
I think Jamal and Pickles could be pretty good. They're both undefeated at the moment, so
yeah,
we'll see if they can bust out the heat versus each other. Obviously, Jamal's got the veteran status, but I think Pickles actually been playing pretty well this season. So.
You've got a must-win game versus Robert. If you lose and I lose, then it's like a loser leaves town of us in week 4. It's whoever loses that one, it's over. So like, we gotta pull through.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, we shall see. James, who are you playing? You're playing Omar. Ooh, the No Terra God Squad. I can't wait.
Oh, I can't. Anyway. We're waiting until Sunday.
What about D2?
Come on.
Don't look, guys. Don't look, guys. Don't look, guys. Okay.
Super professional. For week 3, some good matchups. Koinu versus Zai. That's a pretty solid one.
Tay versus Battle, not Tay. Steph versus Battle Hunts is game of the week.
Yep.
This could actually be a good thing for Steph after playing 2 really hard games. If he can grab a win over Battle Hunts, it could be really, really good for pushing his momentum and confidence going forward.
If he's 6-0s, like I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying if he does, he would have a positive differential through 3 weeks, and he played 2 of the best coaches. I would say 2 of like the top 3. So I don't know.
Pay more attention to D2. Who the fuck's team is Work It Mama?
That's a yeah.
My God.
Taylor would have an aneurysm looking at these.
Pretty sure he already has.
Yeah, like there's some pretty good ones. Like Rose versus Tay is a pretty solid matchup. Yeah, I think the Monster versus Theo is another like really solid one. So I think the slate it's a very good slate this week of games. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Okay, very cool. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Tristen, for joining us on the week 2 version of Digest. We're very happy to have you, and thank for everybody for tuning in. Those of you who do, thank you for bearing with us through Sick Mystery, and we'll catch you guys later.
Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Base Mystery.
All right, bye. No, anyways, peace out, everybody. Bye.